Today we are going to start the play King Lear, which is written by William Shakespeare, the greatest dramatist of all time. And to present this class here, I am Shamima Nasrin with you. By the end of this class, you will get a comprehensive idea about tragedy and the first act of this drama, King Lear. King Lear is one of the four greatest tragedies of William Shakespeare. The rest of the three are Hamlet, Macbeth, and Othello. Tragedy is considered as the noblest form of drama, which is told in dignified language and usually ends in death. Here are some characteristics of Shakespearean tragedy. Number 1. Although the tragedy may have many characters, it is preeminently the story of one person or at the most two. Number 2. The story leads up to and includes the death of the hero. Number 3. The story depicts also the troubled part of the hero's life, which precedes and leads up to his death. Number 4. The hero is a conspicuous person, a person of high degree. His downfall influences society. Number 5. The suffering and calamity are exceptional, of a striking kind. Number 6. The suffering and calamity extend far beyond the protagonist so as to make the whole scene one of woe. Number 7. This scene becomes the chief source of the tragic emotions, especially pity. Here is the themes of this drama: love, betrayal, revenge, loyalty, and foolishness. All things are not as they appear. Greed and lust for power corrupt human beings and bring their downfall. Fate turns humans into playthings. Advanced age and wisdom do not go hand to hand. Suffering can transform a contemptible human being into a good person. Here are some important characters of this drama. Lear, the King of Britain. Goneril, his eldest daughter. Regan, his second daughter. Cordelia, his youngest and favorite daughter. Albany, Goneril's husband. Cornwall, Regan's husband. Kent, a faithful nobleman. Gloucester, another loyal nobleman. Edgar, Gloucester's rightful son. Edmund, an illegitimate son of Gloucester. Fool, a loyal clown who entertains Lear. And here is another important character. He is King of France and Cordelia's husband. Now, here is the summary of the Act 1. King Lear begins as the Earl of Gloucester introduces his illegitimate son Edmund to the Earl of Kent. Lear, the King of Britain, enters with his court. Now that he is an old man, Lear has decided to divide his kingdom between his three daughters. The division will depend on the quality of each princess's declarations of love for her father before the court. Goneril, the Duchess of Albany, and Regan, the Duchess of Cornwall, both speak enthusiastically and earn their father's praise. But Cordelia, Lear's youngest and favorite daughter, remains silent, saying that she has no words to describe how much she loves her father. Lear flies into a rage and disowns Cordelia. The King of France, who has courted Cordelia, says that he still wants to marry her even without her land, and he accompanies her to France without her father's blessing. Misunderstanding his daughter, Lear disowns and banishes her from the kingdom. He also banishes the Earl of Kent, who had taken Cordelia's side against the king. Lear's kingdom is shared between Goneril and Regan, and their suitors, the Dukes of Albany and Cornwall, respectively. Lear plans to alternative living with each of the two daughters. Lear quickly learns that he made a bad decision. Goneril and Regan swiftly begin to undermine the little authority that Lear still holds. Unable to believe that his beloved daughters are betraying him, Lear slowly goes insane. He flees his daughters' houses to wander on a heath during a great thunderstorm, accompanied by his fool and by Kent, a loyal nobleman in disguise. Today we have discussed the summary of Act 1. So in our next segment we will discuss the other acts. My dear students, no more today. Stay blessed. Thank you.